See you again when I see you again.
This is something again very common in 2K brackets and 3K brackets, and I don't understand why would you go for Quelling Blade? The thing is, like, if these guys are doing their job properly, you're not actually going to be able to farm. And if you're getting a Quelling Blade, means you're committing to farm. That means that if these guys are doing their job even slightly well, every time you come in for a last hit, you're losing more by doing that than you are gaining. So you're just setting yourself up to failure. If I was you in this game, I would definitely focus on. I would look at my own creeps and look to deny more than last hit. If you get 50 denies and one last hit, that's fine. That's completely fine, you know. But look to denies in this game. And another thing you want to avoid doing is pushing the lane. If the Slark cannot come near you, don't use Quill Spray. Don't try to get last hits with Quill Spray. Just keep denying things because both of you will make sure that he doesn't get last hits. All on top of that, the more you deny, the more XP you get, less XP Slark gets, and you need as much XP as you can because Bristleback is extremely level dependent. And on top of that, you're actually giving away whenever you're in a dual lane. Obviously, XP comes really difficult. So, like for instance, again, right here, you're just constantly throwing Quill Spray. You're really low on mana. As is right now as well. So you should not be using Quill Spray for last hits. So I think I don't know what happened here, but you were doing really good. So you shouldn't have put yourself between here. You should have stood behind him because that would have stopped him from jumping away. And you should have carried on. All you needed was one more Quill Spray. I don't know why. Was it a lag or something?
I am not certain. This game was a while ago.
Okay. You just needed like quarter of a second. The Dark Willow is really crap in lane. I keep that in mind because she's got very, very high cooldown spells, and they're completely useless spells as well against you. Like Shadow Realm doesn't do anything to you. You know, Bramble. She puts Bramble one time, 34-second cooldown. That's like she puts one down. That's it. She's done. And on top of that, her mana is extremely high. She needs a lot of mana. And on top of that, she's stupid because she doesn't even have a stick against Bristleback.
Yeah,
you know, neither of these guys.
I was also trying to prevent them from going to the shop and getting their sticks, or at least making them walk around in the trees and not getting farm while they do so.
Yeah. So also a stick would have been really good because these guys are using a lot of spells in lane. So a stick would have been fantastic in this lane. And you also need another set of tangos. One set of tangos, or actually a salve. A salve is because you've got a ring of health, so tangos, do the same thing. Whereas a salve, if you just lose a lot of HP all of a sudden, then you need a salve to just quickly get your HP back and get back into the lane and start farming or whatever. But yeah, you definitely need a stick because they're using a lot of spells. You would have had 60 stick charges right now anyway. So you need to think about these things. And so far, you're doing really, really well in this lane. But I think that's the combination of the.
I mean, it's a very powerful lane actually. Like Jakiro and Bristleback, it's a lot of damage, and the Willow doesn't have that much impact.
No, Willow has absolutely no impact at all. In fact, if anything, you're not doing more. You could have been doing a lot more in this lane than you are already. Like Slark shouldn't be able to. You should punish this heavily. You should dive this. This is the time to dive. You go back again.
Yeah, I should have dived more, definitely.
Yeah, because keep in mind, other than Bramble, Willow doesn't do anything, dude. Willow is such a useless support. Like again, you need to watch a little bit more higher level games because you will see all these supports and all the you learn all of this stuff in pro games. It's also very important to play all these heroes, but you're only playing like a few offlane heroes. You've got a very small hero pool, and that's again not very good because you need to be very well aware of what all of these heroes do. So this is the time for you to get out. Your lane guy is dead. Your ally is dead. There's absolutely no reason for you to stick around here. Like you're gonna die. Okay, maybe you take one person with you, but you don't. This was a completely useless death. You know when you should have backed off when you saw I'll tell you when you should have just ran away. Like, I think I started telling you to run away at that point as well. And this is when you run away.
Yeah,
Well, you just run away. You literally, you just make a beeline.
I was thinking I run away, and then I decided otherwise, and that was the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, you should have just ran away, and I think you might have actually gotten away as well if you had run away. But like
I
these
think so too,
people
yeah.
in lane, you know, they're all the same level as you. Level 4, you're level 4, so you don't really survive that.
Like it was, I made a thread on Reddit and was like asking for pointers, and this was like one of the things which came up. But I was like doing it for the first time, and like I didn't quite understand how exactly this affects me. Like I thought I was tanky because I normally have threats.
Yeah.
So
well, the first mistake you made is you asked Reddit. You know,
okay,
what if 1K person was giving you? What if another 2K person was giving you advice? That's not
no,
the kind
it
of
was a
advice.
6K person. So, but
how do you know? How do you know it was 6K?
I checked his Dota buff, which he linked.
If I can give you a link to 8, I can give you a link to Arteezy's Dota buff and say, "Hey man, I'm Arteezy."
okay, that's a point. But it also had the same name as the guy who was.
Again, it's the same thing. You know?
Oh yeah, this was like so tilting that I didn't get the kill there.
Hey?
Like if you go back a bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was sad. Like you didn't do anything wrong here. You played well, but it's just sad. You couldn't get the kill. Sad. It's fine.
Yeah, he had
So you shouldn't have turned back here.
Yeah.
You should have kept going.
I didn't expect him that he's like nuts enough to charge him.
Yeah.
Then
and also, you should have kept, going.
Syndrome and
Yeah, you should have kept going. You shouldn't have stopped. But it's fine, honestly. This kind of a kill, you know, this happens. But unfortunately, what you have managed to do is Slark is actually above you now. Yeah. So all the advantage that you had in this lane so far, it's all been turned back. You actually don't need that much HP, but that's not actually working out because these guys are quite smart in the sense that they actually go for that guy every single time. Like, look, they're just completely ignoring you. This guy at the Slark is completely ignoring you, and you've kind of abandoned your ally here. That's not very good.
I'm like, okay, maybe we can try like killing the mid for support, but I think I don't get it.
I think you die here again because again you don't have any tankiness. You can't dive like this when you don't have any HP. You literally have 0 items that give you HP.
Yeah.
You know.
Like normally at this point I have a Vanguard, and yeah, this was.
So you were at one point something like you were. Look, it switched. You're number 4. No, you're number 5. You're number 5 now. And Slark's number 2. You're actually number 6. So even Slark wasn't this bad at the beginning of the thing. So what you really need to do is you need to stop fighting. After you die one time.
That's I think probably the best, the most important lesson I need to know is like when to stop fighting.
So you stop. So right here is the time to turn. Time to run away. Again, you should not be here. You should definitely not be here. Like, okay, even if you get this kill, you're gonna die. And who are you gonna give the kill to? You know, who are you gonna give the kill to? You're gonna give it to Slark. The one person who can actually very easily counter you. And where is he now? And where are you? Well, you actually got back up, but the problem is that he's number 1 now.
Yeah.
So, you need to. Oh, how did he die? Ah, very nice. So the problem is that you actually managed to keep giving kills to the one person who's actually going to be able to win this game for them. You keep giving kills to their carries. That's a big issue. Every time, if you think you can get if you are sure that you can get a kill on the enemy carry and die, and you'll die and pay for it by dying, that's fine. That's a trait you're willing to accept. But if you kill somebody else and the enemy carry gets a kill on you, that's not good at all. You cannot afford to do that. All right, let's skip a few levels ahead. You're back on the top lane. I'm okay with this because you actually died a lot. You're not really having a really great game, so it's fine that you're back up here and you're farming. But really, at this point, if you hadn't died 3 times, 4 times, you shouldn't have been here farming. You should try to find the carry and keep hitting him, or go with your team. This is the time where you should have had a blink dagger right now. You should have had a blink and sorry, not blink, TP, a TP, and you should have TP'd right away. Your TP obviously would have been cancelled because there's a this guy. But why are you going back in? You need to get back out. You need to get out. You know Slark's there. And you know he's well farmed, and you know that he can very easily kill you, especially if there's another person here. You guys have no vision. You have no wards here. So you definitely what you don't want to do is give him any more kills. So so you need to keep a TP on yourself at all times. That's a very, very crucial thing. Like keep an eye out on the people at the bot lane. Again, you're still here. You need to get out. Oh, you're gonna die now. You're dead.
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah, so I've been telling you like for about 30 seconds that you need to get out. You should have seen it. You should have seen. This is the kind of thing that you need to see. That look, where's the enemy team? Where are your allies? Your allies are both jungling. One is dead. The other two are jungling. There is only one person visible on the map, and that's you. So if you're visible on the map, everybody's gonna come and get you. Oh, this Crystal Maiden is really winning it right now.
Yeah, she was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, come on, and yeah, there you go. That's very good. Look where Slark's just threw the game. And this, you guys, that's funny. This is the thing with 2K MMR, right? The Slark was number 1 and he threw away his lead. He's back to number 4. And this is something that you can almost always count on for people to do. Now, what you're going for right here is really bad because you're going for an item that, again, is not going to give you any impact. Like, people don't, again, if you, it's right. Again, let's go back to tournaments. Let's go back to the 1 or 2 games that we saw where people actually did pick Bristle back. Let's see what items they made. Octarine is not a good item on Bristle. Okay, he's going to give you like 1.8 second cooldown on your. No, it's not even 1.8 seconds. It's more than that. Who picked Bristle back? And where's the Octarine? Like, this guy got really farmed, right? He's heavily farmed, but there's no Octarine. You go for tankiness. The more tanky you are, the more damage you're going to do. All right, this is probably not a tanky item. Maybe it is. Actually, it is a tanky item. But this is actually a really useless item against Slark because he can actually just take it off. And in this game, it's a completely useless.
Yeah, this is normal. I go Heaven's Warbird and I think 70% of my Bristle games.
Yeah.
Because like right-clicking cores are very prevalent in my MMR.
Yeah, everybody goes right-click. But Slark, it's useless against Slark because Slark is just going to take it off easily. But what you want to do is go for really tanky, HP-heavy items and potentially even, look at that, you've got no HP. No HP at all. So, like, okay, this Octarine does give you HP, but it doesn't do anything. Like, compare it to a Solar Crest. Your whole team benefits from it. No matter what you're doing in the game, in a team fight, the whole team is benefiting from it. Go for items like Lotus Orb. Lotus Orb is actually fantastic. You don't need to put it on yourself.
I have like recently started buying it, and it's great.
And
it's in a way, I think it is familiar to Heaven's Halberd, but Lotus Orb is something. It's also great against Pudges, and Pudges are like everywhere at my MMR.
Yeah. I mean, you don't put it on yourself. Put it on your carry.
I put it on myself if somebody silver edges me.
Yeah.
And I put it on myself if I'm YOLOing somewhere.
Obviously, somebody's gonna. People are gonna buy Silver Edge against you, and that's a winning item against Silver Edge. But the main thing is that it's Lotus Orb is actually a useful item. You can also put it on other people, but you don't want to go for Lotus Orb first item. What you want to go for first items are tanky items. You know, go for Vanguard is obviously great, but after Vanguard, upgrade that Vanguard into a Solar Crest. Get like a pipe, but this obviously in this
wait
game.
A second, you mean Crimson Guard, not Solar Crest, right?
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
I was like a bit confused because Solar Crest is, I think, pretty situational on Bristle.
Yeah, my bad. I mean Crimson.
God, yeah.
Sorry, but I mean Crimson. Yeah, Crimson.
I
this
also
one.
really like this item, and I also like it like with a blade mail because like you have then 2 chain mails and some decent armor.
Absolutely, blade mail is fantastic, but again, blade mail again doesn't do a lot for you if you don't have HP. So you still need to go HP items first, and also a casual bracer isn't bad either, and you can even
this is something I could try out.
Yeah, you can even like just get a casual bracer depending on the game, and you can even upgrade that bracer into a drums. Drums are really good on Bristleback. They give you mana and they give you HP and they give normally Bristol is going to be alive the longest in a team fight, right? Like if you noticed in this team fight, nobody was actually going on you. You didn't do a lot of damage to people, but nobody was actually going on you either. So in that case, you've got drums. Everybody on your team is constantly, for the longest period of time, benefiting from attack and movement speed. That's fantastic. Same thing in this particular game because you got a PA, and if a PA is good, he's not going to build any. He's not going to build Vlads. You can build Vlads. Again, Vlads gives you mana regen. Obviously, Bristleback always needs mana regen. Gives you mana regen and gives you some what do you call it? When you right click, it gives you some lifesteal as well. So that's also very good. And it gives you armor as well, actually. I'm pretty sure it gives you a little bit of armor. Not a lot. 2 to all attributes. Doesn't give you armor anymore. Lifesteal.
It gives you a bit of armor because it has the ring of Zeus.
4 armor. It does give you 4 armor. It gives 4 armor to everybody as well. And 15% attacks bonus damage. So it's a fantastic item on Bristleback. Obviously, I would say go drums first, and then go Vlads. Vlads only if you've got somebody like a PA who's massively going to benefit. Everybody benefits, obviously, but obviously PA is going to benefit a lot more. And especially giving 4 armor to your whole team, that's, you get 5 armor. Your teammates get 5 armor from assault. So getting 4 armor from this item is pretty good against right click. Okay, so you know what the thing is, like, you didn't actually do anything that bad in this game that I would say, oh yeah, you're losing the game and you need to improve this. The only thing that you did is you picked Bristleback and you're not able to have a big enough impact. You're in 2K bracket. You're in 2K bracket. You can't win this game by yourself picking a Bristleback. Nobody has ever won the game single-handedly playing Bristleback.
Actually, I remember some games where I did, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, it's rare. Like, if the enemy team isn't just shit, it's difficult. You need to have done really well in the lane you need to be like 6 slotted by like 30 minutes, and really they can't kill you, and they don't have anybody who can kill you. Slark is really good against you, obviously, but the heroes, you need to pick heroes who can transition really well and who have a really big impact, and you can win games by maybe pick a Magnus, 5-man RP, win the game by yourself. Tide Hunter, really amazing ultimate. Be a tank, get refresher, 2 ultimates. Things like that, or what's it called? A Nature's Prophet, keep pushing the lane while being in the off, and things like that. Have a major impact.
Yeah, this is probably why I currently have a fairly good win rate on Spectre, because Spectre's, other than I guess Tinker, the definition of hey, I can 1v5 entire team.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be 1v5, but the main thing is that look at this. They can't kill you. They can't kill you. It takes them ages to kill you. But they were smart in this game, because let's go back into this team. Let's watch this team fight one more time, right? Where were you in this team fight? And not just on you, not your fault, but who were they focusing? Like, first of all, you went here. Where was Jakiro, right? So Jakiro, where's Jakiro? Okay, Jakiro's right here, actually. Jakiro's right here with his team. Almost everybody is with their team. And then Stark jumps on Jakiro, and Jakiro's dead, right? Jakiro's dead immediately. Nobody can help him. You don't even have a stun, so you can't help him. Nobody can help him, right? And then you're here, and this guy sees you, and he just runs away from you. He just runs away from you. He's not hitting you, he's hitting PA. Right? So that guy dies, but obviously he didn't die because of you. He was just running away. And
well, he kind of died because of me, because I blade mailed his ship. I think I had blade mail off when the ship hit.
No, just PA just damaged him a lot. Pierre right
Okay.
the shit out of him. Your blade mail didn't hit him. But I mean, he ran away because of you, though. That's true, right? But on the back, everybody else is dying. You know,
Yes.
Slark killed 3 people.
This was a typical case of tunnel vision. Hey, we can kill a carry.
No, that's
And
not
then
it. It's just it also took you guys so long to kill him.
Hmm.
Now that Slark's killed everybody, he's like, okay, hi Bristleback, come here then. You know.
Yeah.
So this is what I was
of course
talking
not
about.
just the slot, that's also the
Yeah, I mean it's obviously 2 people, but you couldn't really do anything other than chase somebody and make this guy afraid of you and run away. Other than that, you couldn't really do anything. And PA made a mistake by going on the guy who's already running away from you. You know, let Bristleback chase him. Let Bristleback do damage to him. Let Bristleback take him out of the fight. You know, so PA made a mistake there definitely. But you know, again, it's not like you could have blinked back and stunned somebody, or corrosive haze on somebody, or something like that along those lines, or you know.